Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a battle here on the El Haluf map, and it's Randz from Daddy Clan. That's the former name of Fiddy Clan. This battle was done on patch 109. That's his best battle in this tank, so we thought we'd show it to you. And he's in a platoon of two T95 tank destroyers, the Tier 9 US heavy tank destroyers. This it was buffed just before this patch, I'm pretty sure, because this is doing 20 kilometers per hour. So yeah, it's got the speed buff that was done, and the platoon is heading to the heavy tank battling area. And we'll speed up this part because they're going to be a little bit late to the battle, of course, because of their speed. So let's give them a bit of a boost there. So I'll just zoom out to avoid the shaking there because of the speed up. Okay, let's come back to normal speed. So I think you'd be pretty scared if you saw this pair of T95s coming towards you, and in fact they found a nice 3 who you saw coming around the corner. So he's going to be backing off, but too late. Gets deleted by Randz. And they come around this corner in echelon. And they find a pair of Jagdtigers. So same tier, but German TDs. Can he go through the front of it? He should be able to go through the front. So he turns just too late. So I should be using the top gun on this tank, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 155mm. So you can see the damage is 750. And it gets to 320 pen with the premium round, so it looks like he switched the premiums to go through the Jagdtigers fronts. And you can see just the green marker there. And I think that just went a little to the right, so it didn't go through the flat front plate, or the slightly angled front plate. Anyway, having 2 tanks here means that Randz can basically face off these Jags, and yeah, that definitely went down the side of the tank and ricocheted. But his platoon mate can, who's a bit further around to the right, can face the tanks that are on the hill. So good use of their firepower there. And finally gets around through the front of the Jagdtiger. Bit of a low roll, but certainly above 600 hit points, you'd take that any time. Well, obviously the reload's fairly long. You can see here he's just showing part of his tank, so just as the way these Jags are doing. There he goes, gets a high roll in compensation, so 783 on the second Jagdtiger. So it takes him up to 2.1k. And it has taken 5 minutes, but a fair bit of that was travel time. And there he's got the Jagdtiger there, and again goes through the front, and that Jagdtiger's decided to shoot HE at him. In fact, yeah, no, that's definitely HE coming from the Jagdtiger. Can he punish him and get him out of the game? No, he's backed off again. No, he's still there. He might just be able to get the front of him now. Oh no, the second one's in front there, but he takes the hit anyway. So got them both down to 1-shots. And his platoon mate taking some damage there. So basically, if you're facing off T95, there's a few choices you've got. You can go for the cupolas. If you can find the low front plate, obviously you have to have the pen to go through it, but the cupola is probably the choice shot if you can see it, and so what you find is a lot of T95 drivers, well the good ones anyway, will wiggle their tank around when they know that they're being faced off. So anyway, it's deleted one of the 2 Jagdtigers, so one more to go, and it's taken him over 4k of damage. The Jagdtigers decided to move during the reload. Pretty wise thing to do. Oh, and he's got the side of him. Now, what happened there? Oh, okay, I think he went into HE mode there. Now, whether that was accidental or not, because he's still loading HE, so probably not. Maybe he's decided not to waste his premium shells there. He knows he'll get a pen. Now, this game was done before the changes to HE, so that manages to splash and destroy the Jagdtiger. So he's gotten rid of those 2 Jagdtigers. He's at 4.7k of damage. Now he's got some other choice targets there. His teammate has been whittled down to a lot less than Randz has. Now he's got the cheek of a PK, and that just didn't seem to hit. So getting trolled by his gun a little bit there. So definitely would have taken out the PK. So this is not a tank you can make rash decisions in just because of your mobility. If you're in a bad situation, then you really have to consider the decisions you made leading up to that point. Not that he's in a bad situation here, but just sort of general advice. And then the other aspect of the poor mobility is you can't really charge in here and try and dominate those other tanks. He really has to wait for them to expose themselves. He'll just spend too much time in a vulnerable position if he tries to move in at this point. Certainly not with 3 enemy guns there. There's definitely some HE being flung around there. Okay, he's got the front of the VK. There you go. No problem, sending it back to the garage. And starting to change the balance of this game, so he's got 5k of damage. And he knows he can move up a fair bit now. Yeah, good wise move not to try to snapshot that. Udez, the shot probably would have gone well wide, and then he'd be on a long reload. Now he's got full support of his team here. They should be able to wipe out this group here, particularly the 257. The 257 takes out the Indian Panzer, and then gets taken out by the Charioteer. So, yep, just these 2 Udez. One of them is not long for this game. Randz makes the wise decision not to go down the hill there to chase that Udez, given that he'd have to climb back up the hill again. He's got plenty of hit points, so he can afford to lead this charge here. Danger being there will be potentially some guns at the back. In fact, there's the Udez running away. Not quite enough movement in the gun to snapshot that one. And he's got a nice downhill run to the next choke point, which will speed up. Just missed a shot on the T30. Let's go back to real time. He might take a hit from this T30, but if he does, the T30 will have moved his way down there. You can see what Randz is doing here. He's got his gun lifted up in the air and moving from side to side. That is basically a tactic to try and cover your cupolas. He's got one on each side. He's just waiting for that T30 to come out and take a shot at him. As soon as he stops moving, his circle will drop. And I said the Udez is at the back, or both of them are in fact. Now that T30 bounced. And he comes out too far one too many times and gets deleted, so 5.8k there now to Randz. And he's just got the 4 tanks left. 2 tank destroyers and the 2 Udez's, and he gets tracked, but generally by most T95 drivers would have repair skills on their crew. So you can see he didn't bother using his repair kit. Definitely an essential skill on these types of tank destroyers. And again, I think with speed up, I'm not sure if he'll get to do too much damage. Well, yes he does. Gets a hit into the Su-130 PM. And finds one of the other two tank destroyers, gets rid of him. And finally, this is the UDES 14-5. That he's certainly got access to. And he's just going to have to wait for him to be spotted, I think. And finally the Su-130 PM gets taken out. And we're just going to stay on 2x mode here because this is a desperately slow tank. But I guess this is probably the furthest you'd find T95 driver going in a standard battle. So you're going to get the snapshot in, gets another hit there, gets deleted by his platoon mate, and that is the end of. So that was an Ace Tanker Mastery badge there for Randz. So you got the Top Gun award as well. So high caliber award for doing 8.1k of damage and very small amount of assisted damage there. So this is Rand's best battle in the tank, so well done there. It's a massive total, particularly at tier 9, and you can see from the base experience that he was right at the front line, spotting his own targets, and therefore 1595 base experience, which is quite a substantial level of experience. And you can see the rest of the tanks, none of them exceeded 2.6k there of damage. And only 2 of them exceeded 2k of damage, so yeah, he really carried the team there. The Object 257, that was across mostly what his platoon partner was fighting, did 4.5k, and unfortunately his platoon mate only did 595, so really only landed 1 damaging shot. But regardless, this is about Randz, so let's have a look at his detail. He fired 18 shots, 15 hit. We did see a few fly wide, so obviously the gun is not a long range sniper. 11 of his hits penetrated, and of course he did a couple of shots of HE, so there's the 2 splash damage shots there as well, which is part of the 11, so really 13 out of the 15 hit. So he was playing without a premium account, so 64k for the battle. He only spent 37k on ammunition, so he ended up with a profit of 23k, which would be very handy, particularly at tier 9. Anyway, great game there from Randz. We'll hope to have more from him in the future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. We'll have more great content like this for you through the week, and thanks for watching.